Rarely have I seen someone who has gone through life and hasn't had at least one bad experience at some point. So I think it is pivotal for us to be able to prepare for how we will handle bad circumstances, a failed business, a failed relationship, failure at any academic pursuit, a relational pursuit, either friendship or romantic relationships, or loss of any kind of individuals from colleagues to family member or anything like that. So I think it's important that we learn because some of these things can eventually become traumatic, but there is a way out and we can find it together. My name is Patience Aini, and this is video 229 of the 365 days of me creating videos here on YouTube. Anyhow, let's get into it. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you took out time to watch this video. If you're listening to this part right now, you've stayed this few minutes here, and let's get into it. In the last video, I spoke about how speaking over problems, like speaking solutions over problems, is the way to go and something that I'm learning. And I thought to extend that to how that can affect overcoming traumatic situations. So let's say that someone has had a very bad situation. The most common human thing to do is that every time they are faced with a similar situation, they think about that. So you want to make a decision, maybe a business decision after losing money. That's the first instance that comes to your mind. Might be helpful for you to count your losses and once between twice shy sets in and you're more careful when you want to make decision. But there is also the negative part where once bitten twice shy oversteps his boundaries and it becomes very traumatic. Like you're delaying to make business decisions, delaying to make relational decisions, delaying to make to trust people. Maybe you trusted someone and the person broke your trust. But one of the things that I have discovered, and this is just simple, this is not like a full fledged lesson, right? Like watch full videos on how to do this. But this is something I'm sharing from experiences than some of the books I'm learning from and the word of God. Okay. So one thing that I think that is important for you to note and for everyone to know at this point is that you should always be open to trying again and don't dwell on the situation for too long. And how can that happen? The first way is to begin to speak about what you want to see again rather than what you've probably been to. There's a tendency of repeating the stories of pain over and over and over and over and over again to this become almost like identities and tags. But one of the ways is to drop the story and begin to talk about the story of where you want to go to. And that is the single point I want to emphasize in this video. Nothing much, just that single point.